Hi everyone, Kelvin here from London. I review vintage stereo equipment, sometimes new equipment. Today I'm taking literally a walk to a shop which is very close to me, which is kind of amazing. It's probably the biggest vintage and some new equipment shop, maybe in the southeast, definitely in London. I don't know, it could be in the whole of the country. I can't find anything bigger if I Google it. They've got a lot of gear. It's in good nick, yeah? It's a classy shop. It's not a bargain basement shop, yeah? Loads of vintage turntables, really good condition, and some new equipment. Well, you'll see what they've got up there. But so I'm going to take a walk up there. If you're interested though, do subscribe to my channel. I'm always reviewing vintage stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, here it is. Bottom of Muswell Hill, North London. Very near to me. Okay, let's go in. It's quite a big shop. Has sort of different rooms, kind of funny shape. I won't talk too much, I'll just let you look at all this. Yeah. Tannoy, Celestion. Lots of sort of more quirky gear to reel-to-reels. Valve amps, they think they have Icon Audio new valve amps. Tannoy and JBL new. Maybe more, I don't exactly know. Huge Tannoys there. We'll take a good look at those in a moment. We're going to go into the back room here, where the oldest gear is, really, like late 60s, 70s, early 80s. You can see there. And on the left here is a whole rack of quad. See the valve amps at the top. These are 303s, 303, 33 preamps. Just loads of quad stuff. British company, if you don't know. Barely put a foot wrong, the British sound, you would say. Not bright, the restrained, detailed British sound. Kef Chorale at the top, and a whole bunch of these tall, those are Celestion Ditton 66. Let's have a quick look around the whole thing. Just kind of too much gear to take in. We'll go around in detail, but yeah. Look at the dome at the bottom there. That's the dome on the Ditton 66. Mid-range dome. That's a great thing. Those Ditton 66 will give you just a big, spacious sound. Okay, let's have a look. What we got here? Bit of Luxman. Luxman, a sort of high-end Japanese from the 70s and 80s. Arcam. Denon. Yeah, and the silver of the late 70s Technics, and then it kind of goes to black plastic into the 80s. Arcam Alpha 8, I got that. It's got a bit of a mid-range lift in it, if you ask me. It's still nice, it's good. Nice bit of Technics there. SU 3500. Now, this is when they talk about receiver wars of the 70s. This would have been one of the warriors in those wars. It has everything, including you can have a bossa nova here and a waltz. It's got some kind of beatbox. Look, you can go 50 watts, 100 watts, full power. I mean, I just don't even know what this thing can do, the limits of it, But this is what they did in the mid 70s, late 70s. They went crazy for features, power. It probably ain't going to sound bad, It's not going to sound bad either. Bit of sanity there. Back to NAD. And look at that. Gorgeous Immaculate. I mean, that's old, isn't it? CR450. Immaculate. Yamaha. What else we got? There's a what is this one? 3155. So that's earlier, younger than the 3020 NAD. The Marantz looks fantastic. Couple of pioneers here. That's actually, the top one is the 610 and the bottom one is the 710. Again, immaculate. Musical fidelity. Sony, I reviewed the slightly more powerful version of that, or I'm going to. It sounds gorgeous, the more powerful one, and it looks great. JVC here with this little sort of 5-band graphic equalizer. And Luxman, you've got to rate Luxman, Japanese. We've spoke about them just now. Mordant short, British, restrained, the British sound. Maybe too restrained for my ears, but a lot of people like it. Similarly, Armstrong, the British sound. These fascias also used by Sugden. They must have had a relationship with Sugden. British. Not bright. Just detailed, accurate. Pipe and slippers. That's how they sometimes describe that. Let's have a look at these speakers. See, these Celestians are great. I think Ditton 25s or 44s, I can't remember. Do watch out for these. Those tweeters often break. They are prone to breaking, but that's a big vintage sound. That's kind of what you want, if you ask me. You can make enough noise. Big sound. Nice. Large dome, mid-range. Not as big as the Ditton 66, but a large dome is great for a mid-range and very rare, to be honest. Must be an expensive thing to manufacture. Okay, let's have a quick look around here. I mean, there's too much to go round and do each piece, you know. Okay, so that's sort of oldest bit of kit, I think you'd say. Now, the little room here, so full of gear, I kind of couldn't bring myself to start, but well, just take a look for yourself. And now let's go into the main room. Ditton 66 again. They like those speakers here. I know they do, because they're great. They are great. Okay, let's have a look over here. New tannoys, yeah. I don't know the model, you can tell me, but these are the new tannoys. Tweeter in the middle, if you don't know. Name, full name, kit. Doesn't say on any box what it does. Great. Audio Lab in the middle. Class Act, they were big in the early 80s. Don't really know what happened. Okay, gonna do turntables now. Goldring. Audio Technica. One of quite a few Lynn Sondex, the classic from the late 70s, considered number one, really, at a certain point in time. But Eclipse, don't know if that's new or second hand, don't know. And that Croft, that's a integrated, kind of intrigues me. Like to hear that. And Exposure, again, Class Act, detailed, high-end, detailed stuff. There we go. Two more Lynn Sondex. Same design is in essence to the TD Thorens 150. If you're not ever heard valve amplifiers, the first time you hear it, you're normally blown away. I can't go into that much detail right now about it. But okay. And lots more turntables. This is a Garrard 301, yes. And I think this is an SME arm, and they even have the book. Okay. Technics, that's a new platter, box, sorry. Garrard 401, again, SME arm, and I think, is that a Shaw cartridge? I'm not sure, but they often had SME with the Shaw cartridge. And this EMT, which certainly looks like a bit of a recording studio or radio kit, radio station, you know. More Garrard 401. With the SME, you'll always, there's tons of SMEs in vintage decks, and quite rightly, beautiful, delicate, attacking. I really like that arm. I wouldn't have the SME head shell myself. I'd have a magnesium one, ADC or something. Luxman, this is a new thing there, valve integrated. There you go, more Garrard with SME. A bit of Meridian kit here. That must be, must be mid-80s at least, I suppose. Sugden. I really rate Sugden. I just really have, everything I hear is just always extreme class. You could call it the British sound, but kind of, I don't know, it's kind of better. Kind of better. Those Roger Sterling, though, the new LS35As, I'm not sure. This is a Quadvina, which is new. If you see this brown one. Edwards Audio. Never heard of it. Unico, is it Unico? I am not familiar, I must confess. There we go. Quadvina. My friend has that. It's nice. I really like it. I'd like to compare it to be sure. And this is the modern Leek, which mimics the old Leek design. Okay. Let's go over into this, have a look in this corner. Oh, let's have a look at this. This is a sort of classy rack system. Braun, German, I presume. Presume that has the European sound. Is that the new Wharfdale Lintons? I think so. More Dinton 66. And let's go in this corner. Someone tell me what this, Icon Audio here, yeah? Is that a valve preamp, power amp? I don't know. Someone tell me what that deck is, devoid of all names. This Thorens 124, I had one of these. I kind of sold it quite quickly. I didn't give it a chance. I don't know why. It's meant to be really good. The 150 came later. This is probably the first great Thorens deck, I would say. And it probably dates to the mid-60s, could be early 60s. Weighs a ton. Here we go. Tannoy Super Red Monitor. There you go. Has some treble controls there. And you might be able to see that tweeter right in the middle. That's what Tannoys do, and do well. And a bit of swish-looking Bang & Olufsen, which I'm a bit of a sucker for. Okay. There we go. So, new Tannoy, new JBL. And over here, these monsters are Tannoy Arden. Now, these Tannoys, I think, are the same as they were making maybe 50 years ago. Certainly the same shape, same driver with a tweeter in the middle. I don't know in detail if this is meant to be a replica or there are meant to be improvements, but the shape was definitely the same. They used that wide shape on speakers in those days, and nowadays people want a modern, thinner shape, and I don't know if that's about sound or not. There you go. You want to see a tweeter on a Tannoy, that's it. That's a close-up. Interesting double roll round the edge of that cone. Okay. Okay, that's us. We're out of here. Okay, thanks Audio Gold, and we'll be back.